Welcome to the Wealth Detective Podcast. Are you ready to become your own wealth detective, to find money in new ways and experience wealth like never before? Well, come along for some wild stories that will teach you, inspire you, maybe even shock you a little bit. And let's get ready to build wealth together. Okay, welcome back to another episode of The Wealth Detective with me, your host, Jamie Maddox. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for listening. Thank you for reaching out and telling me when these episodes, resonate with you, when they make a difference, when you feel like your world is starting to change because you are implementing and taking in what I'm sharing. It means the world to me. So thank you. Thank you. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about probably something that you're not expecting that is related to your wealth and your hell yes life. Okay, and I just have to caveat this. I'm not actually sponsored by this website. I mean, if they would like to sponsor me, I'd be open to that. This website that I'm going to tell you about. Okay, it is called Photofeeler, F-E-E-L-E-R, photofeeler.com. Okay, so first up, have you ever heard of it? Have you ever used it? And if so, I would love to hear your experience with it. I actually have been introduced to this a couple of times, but the one that really stuck with me was last fall. Now, okay, actually, let me back up. Let me share just a little bit of what this website is, okay? So it is a photo testing website, okay? And basically, you can put a photo of yourself on there in one of three categories: for dating, business, or socials. Okay. And what happens is you put a photo on there, and then other people on the website will share what their impression is of that photo in three different categories. And I can't remember the exact categories for each of the different areas, but I think dating, it's trustworthy, attractiveness, and there's one other one, okay? And it's on a sliding scale. Okay, so already I can feel the panic of why would you do that? Okay, and that is actually the number one thing that I get from people is why would you do this? Why would you do that? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you why you do this. I had gone out with this guy last fall, and let me tell you, he had amazing pictures. He really stood out on the dating website for me, okay? So I said something about his pictures one day. We went on a few dates together, and he's like, oh, I use this awesome website called Photofeeler. So he pulls it up, and he's showing me all the things. And so then he's like, let's go through your profile, and I'll tell you what I think of your photos. Bad idea, guys. No, I'm kidding. Kind of. Okay, so we go through, and he was just basically he told me I had pretty bad pictures on there. Fair enough. Okay. Totally fair. But it was interesting because the comment I get the most is that I look way better in person than I do in my photos. And I think that's maybe how our conversation had started. And so it was so he was just basically well, get better photos. You'll get better matches and more aligned matches. And then you probably won't get that comment. I actually still get it, which is kind of ironic. However, my matches have gotten better overall. With that being said, okay, so there's a few different aspects with this, and I'm okay, which direction do we go first? Okay, because number one, I want you to check in. Could you put a photo on this website for other people to quote unquote judge? And I don't care which category, whether it was for socials, business, or dating, whatever you would want it on, okay? How does that feel to you? Okay, it kind of brings up some stuff, right? And I'm not going to lie. I put a few, so I think I did 2 business photos. The most of them I did as dating photos, okay? But I'm not going to lie. It is hard when you're well, I think I look really great in that picture. And you get these super low scores and you're ouch. Ouch, right? Here's the thing though. There were pictures that I never would have dared put on my dating profile were it not for this website. Okay, because I thought they were too much. I don't know, whatever, too much. Okay. when really those were the ones that were actually showing more of the real me and giving a better, more complete picture of who I was. Okay. So I will say, if you choose to go use this website, which I highly recommend, know that you might be a little surprised, because here's the thing. We're still the same people. I'm still the same person in every single one of those photos. What it is, it's how people are perceiving us and what our photos are really sharing. And if it's giving an accurate description and perception of who we are, and if we're putting off the right perception of what we want to put off, right? So the thing that I realized is that a couple years prior, I had gone on a date with this guy, and I remember his photos being amazing. Again, he super stood out to me. And as I thought about this, I was like, oh my gosh, I think he also told me about Photofeeler. I just wasn't in a place where I was like super ready to actually hear it and use it. But I was like, I think he also used Photofeeler. So what I'm saying is that it actually makes a difference, okay? I've been on and off dating apps for over 10 years, my friends. I have seen it all. The worst of the worst and the best of the best profiles, okay? So whether it's for dating or business or just for your socials, because there's categories for each of them, it matters, the pictures, and it changes things. Because I'm not going to lie, there's probably a lot of people on the dating websites that I overlook because they just have a terrible picture. Like, not just one, but their profile is just really terrible. It's actually one of the things that I would love to do is actually just help men with their dating profiles, because I'm sure they're way more amazing than they're actually portraying themselves to be on these dating websites. And by tweaking just a few little things, I could very substantially change their dating life, okay? Between Photofeeler and just a few different things. If any men are listening to this and you're in the dating ages, I will not work with married men on this part, because I will only help single men work on dating. And yes, I have to clarify that. But if you're a single man and you're like, actually, I would like some help with my dating profile, fabulous. Set up a hot chat. Go to the link on my website, healingHopewithJamie.com, and set it up. And we can review your profile and get it better. But part of it will be using this Photofeeler. Okay, so why is this important? Because part of stepping into our hell yes life and our full empowerment with money and finances, part of it is putting yourself out there. It really is. And whether you choose to be on any type of social media, it doesn't matter, because you are still putting yourself out there, whether in person or online. And it's really, what's the word I'm looking for? Not an experiment, but like, it's a practice. Like, using Photofeeler is a practice of putting yourself out there, okay? And also seeing how people are perceiving you. So if you have had like a business website for a while and you're like, it's just not quite going how I think, go put a couple of your photos that you have on your website, put them on this website and see what the response is. Like, are you attracting the people that you're wanting to attract or think that you're trying to attract? Okay, I know this feels so random. And like I said, I'm totally not sponsored by Photofeeler. I just am really passionate about it. But all this to say is that when we are in alignment with ourselves and we can portray that alignment out into the world and that authentic part of ourselves out into the world, we're going to welcome the authentic people into our life and the people that are aligned with us. And our message will get across more clearly. We will be able to literally pull in more of what we desire. So go check out Photofeeler. Let me know how it goes. Or like I said, if you've already used it, let me know that too. Because my friend, your money and your hell yes life is out there. So let's find it together. If you enjoyed this episode, there are more tips, tricks, and fun ways to bring in money in my weekly newsletter. Sign up and get all the juicy details every single Monday.